there's been a situation with Jonah Hill, and I'm a fan of Jonah Hill. I love his movies. I like his style of comedy. He got too many classics on his belt. Super bad. I'm talking Moneyball. I'm talking 21 Jump Street. I could keep going. He's Click, Adam Sandler. He got a list. He got a list of really funny content. But he's been canceled lately because some woman, an ex-girlfriend of his, decided she wanted to expose him for like manipulating her emotionally and using all types of like psychology terms and a bunch of stupidness. Let's check out some videos talking about it. I'm glad that I waited so we could check it out in full because I knew this was fake. I knew it was some BS. I knew that she was just a woman scorned and she wanted to destroy this man. So let's actually check it out. We're going to see some videos from Jamari. Check him out, man. Seems like a valid source. Check him out. All right, let's get straight into it. And then I'll give you guys my full opinion. Let's go.
So Jonah Hill is a pretty beloved actor who has been relevant for the better part of the last 2 decades. He has played a variety of roles over the years and has really seemed from the outside looking in like a guy who wears his heart on his sleeve. Over time, he has gone through a lot of changes when it comes to his personal image, as he's battled insecurities of being typecast as the fat guy in movies.
That is true. Oh, get him the Greek. I love getting the Greek. I love funny people too. That was another classic. He got a lot of classics, bro.
But are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm the fat one. So are you the fat guy in Hollywood still?
That's crazy.
Or does everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, this is great. Now you're healthy.
Why would you even ask that?
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
More recently,
yeah. Why would you even ask that? I'm shamed. So can you feel shamed too? Can you feel shame? Do you still feel shame? And if no one else thinks of you as the fat guy, they're going to think of you the fat guy now, just so you can feel bad, so I can feel good about me feeling bad. How about you go try to lose weight, man? If you're known as the fat guy and just the fat guy with nothing else, then there's a problem, dude. Go get some personality. Because I've never been known as the fat guy. Never. And if I even sense that someone's trying to put me in that category, I move on.
Recently, Jonah has stepped behind the camera as a producer and director, and he's pretty good at that too. Overall, he seems like a pretty non-problematic person who really just wants to do what he loves. But now recently, he has been involved in some drama surrounding his ex-girlfriend, Sarah Brady, as she claims that Jonah Hill was a controlling misogynist during their time together. And this story all really started on Instagram, as Sarah rapidly posted all of this different evidence against Jonah Hill on her story, where she mainly shares text messages that occurred between the two during their relationship. So first she says, this is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Love y'all.
Yeah.
Call me if you need an ear. And then she says that she's removed all these different posts from his page, to which Jonah allegedly responds, good start. You don't seem to get it, but it's not my place to teach you. I've made my boundaries clear. You refuse to let go of some of them, and you've made that clear, and I hope it makes you happy. So basically, this girl is some type of surfer. She's involved in all of this different surfer culture. And I guess that was actually the pair's connecting point when they first met. But as their relationship started to grow, he found himself uncomfortable with some of the pictures that she was posting onto Instagram, as well as some of the pictures that she had posted in the past before they met. So then he just shares some more screenshots of some old posts that I'm guessing that he wanted her to take down. And he says, respect however you want to live your life. You only get one. I'm sort of done explaining myself. To which she replies,
yo, it sounds like he's being mad, polite, and respectful and just saying that he has boundaries and standards. What is wrong with a man having boundaries and standards? I don't understand that. What is wrong with a man having boundaries and standards? Why are people so bothered by that? Yo, he don't want his chick showing herself on the internet. I wouldn't have hand selected which pictures. I'd have just bluntly said, first of all, with me, let me show you how I do things so you know how this whole video about to go. If you mess with me, if you want to date BXB Boy, you can't have a social media presence. That's my new rule because I've seen those type of things and just, yes, I give you 1,000 reasons for how that ruins relationships, but as well as you shouldn't be seeking attention or validation from anyone except for me. You should be sending me pictures, not posting pictures, right? Why do you need validation in any way, shape, or form, right? I don't think you should be posting yourself on the internet at all. Now, if it's pertaining to your job to some degree, okay, but chances are we probably not going to be a good mix. You should not have pictures of yourself on the internet. If you want to date me or stand a chance, they do have to be removed.
It's 3 removed, not the video yet. Is my best
This is what it
surfing
is.
video. Would you feel better if the cover frame was different? Any more specific ones that bother you? And he says, yes, one that isn't of your ass in a thong.
That's crazy that you got to even ask that. Like, just if you really want to rock with him, just remove the damn videos that you're showing yourself. Like, you don't have to surf in that type of outfit. They are like body suits, right? That like cut off to where it's like shorts that you could put on, right? Now, maybe if it's too hot and you don't want to move around in that, cool. But just maybe Jonah Hill is just not for you. Maybe I just have different like ideas. And it seems like he wants a more traditional conservative woman that's not trying to put her body out there for everyone else to see.
Not a thong, but K. And as far as other pictures of you in a bathing suit, surfing or not, she then goes on to say, I too struggle with mental health, but I do not use it to control people like he did to me. It's been a year of healing and growth with the help of loved ones and doctors to get back to living my life without guilt, shame, and self-judgment for things as small as surfing in a swimsuit rather than a more conservative wetsuit. And I'm sure there's still much more healing from this ahead of me. So she's saying right here that she had to
I don't
go
think there's nothing wrong with a wetsuit. Why couldn't she just wear a wetsuit?
see some sort of
So she's aware that there's something that you could have worn.
doctor. She had to have some sort of family intervention, all because some guy told her to delete some pictures from her Instagram page. Like,
She's
to
full
me,
of
it's
crap.
definitely all coming off as a little bit dramatic at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong. In my opinion, Jonah Hill was acting a little bit insecure in doing so.
I don't think so. I would disagree. I think that he has standards. He was just letting it be known, hey, like, I want a more traditional conservative type of woman. What's wrong with that? Like, why do women have to, like, they have the ability to set all these crazy, ridiculous standards and stuff that you can't even change based off behavior, right? Like, at first, I need someone over 6 feet. I need to have this and this and this and this. And then also, then you got these other crazy, ridiculous standards that they themselves don't even meet. Oh, you got to be able to make this amount of money. You got to live by yourself. Do you live by yourself? No. So how much do you make? I don't work. So it's like, yeah, I don't really roll with that. And I think that there's no problem with what Jonah Hill was asking for. If you disagree with it as far as a woman, if you're not okay with it, peace out. But because he's a high value man and she wanted a chance with him, she was trying to rock.
Especially when he
She just
kind of knew
fell.
what it was when he was going into this, that surfing was a big part of her life. But I would definitely not consider any of his actions up until this point to be abusive. Yep, like, kind of unbelievable that a man who sent me shit like this, and then she shares this screenshot, I'm guessing from when they first met, where he put some hard eyes on a picture of her surfing. Would then
Wait, so she doesn't understand that he don't want other men to be able to take screenshots of the same thing and send her hard eyes? Yeah, you might have attracted him, but why does he want you to put that out there for other men? And you're not understanding that? And then Jamari, they created a video. Shout out to him. Check him out, man. Give your own opinion. You don't understand why that could be in the show?
be upset I didn't read his mind and take down pics of that once I was in a relationship with him. Sharing this publicly now because keeping it to myself was causing more damage to my mental health than sharing it could ever do. And then she shares some sort of old breakup.
That's bull crap. You just wanted to bury him. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, Jonah Hill is dating someone else, and I think he just got her pregnant recently. That's why all of this is coming out. Because you've seen someone live your dream.
Text from Jonah. Even the person I loved and shared a bed with uses me and can't just be like, yeah, you were super nice. It hurts so badly, but I'm done apologizing. I was lovely to you. And to me at this point, it really does seem like she's just throwing out these trigger words like
Gaslighting? He didn't gaslight. Show the messages, bro. I've seen some of these messages. He was the most polite person I've ever seen in my life.
misogynist and gaslight. Like, it's one thing if you're trying to say he was a controlling person during your relationship, but that doesn't mean it's just automatically misogyny. Obviously, both women and men can both be controlling. She then shares an apparent quote from her couples therapist that she had during their relationship. She had me agree to paddle away from any man that approached me in the water, no matter his age. I was instructed to say, I'm going to go talk to my boyfriend and then paddle away. To which whoever she's talking to responds with, that makes me want to stab someone. Wow, who is this therapist? What? And then this is the post.
I don't even see why. Yo, Viv, if a man is approaching you, for one, we don't know if it's safe. That's the one. Let's get that out the way. Two, I don't think it's a big deal for you to say, hey, I got a boyfriend, and keep it pushing. What's the issue? Why do you need that kind of attention? Like, why is it necessary? Females act like it's pulling teeth, metaphorically, if you say you shouldn't post this on Instagram or you shouldn't be trying to seek male attention outside it. What? You're insecure. No. You're insecure. Why are you seeking other male attention?
It's where I guess she's really feeling like it was gloves off. She
sense.
felt like this was like the big expose. And it's a text message from Jonah where he says, plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch, a coffee, or something respectful, I'm not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic relationship, my boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust.
Fam, this sounds like he's being respectful as hell, stating his boundaries and his standards. Now it's upon her to say if she's okay with it. And she should be truthful. This is where a lot of people mess up in relationships. You have to be truthful. Like with me, now I always put this out there because I don't want someone putting it out there and someone trying to cancel me because they misunderstand. But I'm into BDSM. And there's agreements that are had beforehand, right? And if at any point the agreements seem like they are not doable, then deuces, right? Like, but that's established. That's how when you are strict on that in the beginning, like he's being, you have a better chance of finding someone that's a better fit for you because they'll be like, yes, this is not an issue for me. And then you might be able to tell if they're lying or not. With this girl, you can see she was hesitant and doing a little smart comment. Is this enough for you? What about this one? Can I just change this? Like, dude, if he's asking for you not to reveal yourself, it's not hard to go through your page and just take down whatever is revealing itself. It's really not. The fact that you need instruction on how, that's actually scary to me. Those are the type of people that might end up cheating by accident and go, I didn't know how. I just ended up in this situation. I needed someone to tell me how not to do that. That's what that person ends up. Right? So it's like, come on, man. Common sense. You gotta have some kind of common sense. At least enough common sense to not act like this. Because this is a woman's scorn.
And the only thing I'm really seeing here is him being very clear with his communication about what he wants out of their relationship together. He also says right there, basically, if you can't live up to these standards, it's no big deal. I'm not going to be upset. But obviously, this relationship is not going to work out. She then shares more text from him where he says, you're right. We can't do surf social things or develop trust until you consider me and make decisions that give regard to our relationship.
Okay. So this is him saying that it seemed like she wanted to go out public more, be shown off to the world and live that dream. I'm dating a celebrity lifestyle. He's like, that's not happening until you actually start showing me that you're devoted to what this relationship or the standards that I have. If you can prove that, then yeah, I'm gonna ride with you. I don't see anything wrong with what he's saying.
I've been vulnerable as possible, and I'm telling you, I'm needing you to step up to the plate, which you can, I'm sure of it. But these losers don't get your time if you want me. Straight up, it's consideration.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. I don't think there's nothing wrong with what he said. I don't think there's and look, she even hearted some of these. This is showing that she's hearting some of these messages. So at the time, she agreed too.
I respect your love of surfing, but I respect myself as well. And your love of surfing and being in those situations and lack of awareness are not mutually exclusive. This isn't me.
You hear what he just said? That's exactly your lack of you being in these situations. I'm telling you, there are girls that end up in certain situations and end up cheating or just doing something stupid because they were quote unquote oblivious to the surrounding. You're in a party with your old friends. You got an old friend there that you might have dated, maybe had a crush on. Maybe y'all don't feel that way anymore. So you say, y'all have some drinks, y'all all close. That someone with common sense would have never been in that situation in the first place. They would have probably removed themselves, right? Any chick that date me would never be in that situation. If she goes to hang out with her female friend and a bunch of guy friends from her past pop up, I need to get a phone call and be contacted immediately or be text, right? Or she should need to just leave and then call me, right? Because that is definitely breaking my boundary. What the hell is going on here? What? And y'all drinking? Come on. Logically, A smart person would just remove themselves from that situation. If the roles were reversed and I went somewhere and there's alcohol and I'm drinking and then a chick I used to deal with come in and she's acting all flirty, I'm out. First of all, I don't drink because I like having control over my body. So I don't put that in there. I used to drink when I was young, like younger 20s, right? Like 22, 23 type of younger 20. But I don't like it because I don't have control over myself. I like to be fully in control and be aware of everything, right? So I don't drink. So there's so many different things of why I would never be in that situation. I expect the chick I'm dating to be similar to where immediately, if you see anything that's going to cause confusion and for you to like not have awareness, you're going to contact me so I can make you aware. Oh, this is a setup. They knew you was going to be here. They brought drinks. He probably still has a crush on you. He's probably had a crush on you this entire time. He about to shoot his shot when your guard is lowered. Fam. And then it would be, it's going to be your fault if you don't remove yourself from that situation. Get the hell out of there. You're the person I'm trusting. So, right. So what he's saying falls into line. When you're picking a partner, men, I'm talking to you, or a woman, you take this advice as well. When you're picking a partner, women naturally take this advice if they're smart. Men, we need a little push sometimes, right? All right. And you need to build that awareness and knowledge of it. When you're picking a partner, pick someone who is not going to have lack of awareness in situations, right? And not contact you. If they have lack of awareness and they reach out to you because you're their leader, then it's okay. You can work with them. They do what they're supposed to do. But they lack of awareness, so they just do whatever. And they constantly are doing stupid things and things that disrespect you because I just didn't know. I'm telling you, do I have to tell that story about that one guy I knew? Well, we all seen that Facebook video of this girl that he was dating with a group of guys hanging out and chilling. The next morning, she came to his house wearing the same outfit. I got to tell you guys that full story. He could have avoided all of this because any chick of mine will know that there's no way that's okay. You about to hang out with the 7-man? You, one girl, and like 7 dudes? You sound stupid. If you think first of all, the moment you do that, just don't even text me. It's over. Like don't even contact me. It's done. You made your decision. I'm not even going to take it hard. I'm just okay. Clearly, she was looking for a way out, and she found it. Right? Clearly. So the chicks I deal with, they already know I don't play like that. But yo, fam, guess what the girl said when he tried to talk to her? Lack of awareness. Oh, I just want to hang out with my female friend. I had no idea that there was going to be 7 dudes there. And then when we're videos are seen of us traveling to the guy's house, no idea. I just didn't want her to be alone. I just didn't want that one friend to be alone. F us, me telling her, both of us to leave. Nah, let's just go so they can run the 7-man. I really feel bad for that guy, bro. I do. I truly do.
I have my own issues that I own. And basically, it just seems to me like they were butting heads over this same topic over and over again. To me, this all just really seems like a relationship that never really should have happened. Because on one hand, it seems like she wants the type of relationship where she wants to be liberated. She wants to have this sense of independence. And she wants to do what she wants.
It was just that he was famous and he's a high value. So she wanted to fall in the pocket of that and lie to herself. And now, instead of admitting that she lied to herself and him and says she was okay with these things when she wasn't, she talking about some misogyny, mind you. She's hearting the comments. That's the foolishness. There you go. That's something that's not too crazy. I was going to say something worse that she's showing. She hearted the comments that he's saying, but now she's screenshotting it and saying, I don't care for your misogyny, but she hearted the comments. She cared for it at the time. That was her lying. She didn't like it at the time. She pretended to because she just wanted to be in this happiness fairy tale. She didn't actually like him. I don't think she really liked him.
Whereas him, on the other hand, he wants more of a relationship where there is a little bit more control between the two partners. And personally, I do not think there's really anything wrong with either type of relationship. But obviously, when you're going to try to mix those two dynamics, it's not going to work. And you're most likely going to need a different type of partner than what these two are providing on both ends. And this, to me, is where this whole thing gets a little bit crazy. She says, I hope my ex has a daughter. Maybe she'll turn him into a real feminist because the fact that he calls himself a feminist now is laughable. And then you see this story that came out earlier last month where he says Jonah Hill and his new girlfriend.
She doing too much. Look at you. And she's hating. That's why. There you go. Woman scorn. She's doing all of this and trying to destroy this man's career because he has a new girlfriend and they went out and had a kid. All the things that she wanted with him because he's someone else. Because he moved on and found someone else who's willing to 100% fall in line with what he wanted. And then he gave her what she wanted more than likely. Like, that's how that works. But no, she's going to be bitter and she's still over here crying about, come on.
And Olivia Miller step out after welcoming first baby. So she decided to come forward with all this different information right after this guy had a kid with somebody else. I mean, I would understand if he was like, actually some sort of abusive monster, like on some Diary of a Mad Black Woman type shit. But to me, it's like, why even come forward with all of this when this man is obviously in another relationship? He's already had a baby with someone else and moved on from whatever situation you guys had. She then shares more text from him where he says, it's just...
That's why. Man, is this in charge? That's why. That's exactly why she's doing this, because he's moved on and had a new baby. That's why, because she's bitter.